Bye. No, that's an official. Can I show that one? Just turn around.
No,
That's official.
no.
Right there.
Follow to your left hand side.
All set.
¿Eh? ¿Eh? No, ella dice, está grabando. Le digo, no está grabando.
Ahorita ya dejan entrar más gente.
No, ya no, ¿verdad? Ya van a dar las 5.
Dijo que cierran a las 4:45, ya van a las 5.
Oh. No, más bien que nos dio tiempo.
El último.
Nomás no hubieran caminado más rápido y no les dejan entrar ya.
Maybe.
Off the railings, please. All right, guys, off the railings. Monorail's coming in. Thank you so much. Make sure the children are not on the railing. Yeah.
¿Estará su comporánea todavía?
How many? 6, right? 4? Thank you. And you are part of the 4? Oh, you're together.
No,
4. Thank you.
¿Qué año venías? ¿En qué grado ibas? ¿En el 8? Hace 2 años.
Welcome back, everyone. Please remember you're going to exit to your right. Exit to your right. Are you guys
Una semana que antes de que termine el mes. Yo sorprendido en el secreto.
Dime. Papá, tú eres 32. Tú también. 32.
Que además le toca. Es miércoles. Jueves, viernes y sábado. 7.
We look for a way to B7. Do I see the numbers?
¿Ve? Ese es 4.
B7.
No sé, digo fresa, no. Pregúntale a ellos. Llega, así llega para notificación.
Oh.
Ahí se va a hacer el pelo. No te vas a ir para la otra. No hay pedo, es la última.
How many you said you had? Hi guys. 3? 4. Head over to the last car for me. You're gonna go on the left-hand side. Last car for me on the right-hand side. Thank you.
Hasta atrás.
You don't want to sit next to your son?
Híjole, como quería yo arriba.
Vámonos.
Lo vas a sacar tú, lo vas a sacar tu hueso afuera porque ellos que no caben.
No, no lo iba yo a hacer. No, está bien asegurado.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Good afternoon, Bronx explorers, and welcome aboard the Monorail. My name is Sam, and I'll be your tour guide and driver. And today you will be our field scientist in training. After we cross the Bronx River, we'll be transported to Asia. We'll be visiting animals from China to India, Cambodia to Nepal, and more. For your safety and the safety of others, please remain seated at all times. And keep your hands, head, tails, cameras, and We've now traveled over 7,000 miles into the wild of Asia, and in this first photo, we're looking for some deer as well as amazing species. Right now, we're not really seeing much. Looks like we're just seeing some of our peacocks, India's national bird. Those are the ones called peacocks, identified by their blue necks and beautiful feathers. These little tail feathers show attract females called peacocks, identified by their green necks and brown bodies. And scattered around the city, you might find some of the peaches. On the hill to the right, you can see some of our Bactrian deer. Bactrian deer considered a subspecies of red deer, although they're not red. They have that pale green in color. That small one is a fawn-born bear recently, a few months ago. Native to Central Asia, populations have been difficult to monitor due to political unrest in the areas. Recently, WCS researchers was able to confirm that Bactrian deer still exists in Afghanistan, after not being seen for nearly 40 years. This one we're passing by right now represents an interesting WCS conservation story.
Welcome.
Farmers in Indonesia live closely with wild animals, like elephants, which we will see shortly. WCS field staff work with local leaders and farmers in Indonesia to come up with the crop protection unit. This unit created many different ways for farming to continue in close proximity with wild animals. One strategy was to soak ropes in chili and place them around the crops. Elephants do not like chili and leave the farms alone, allowing the farmer and the animals to share the habitat peacefully.
We all know that an animal that is extinct no longer exists, like the dinosaurs or the dodo. This next animal is on the verge of extinction. In fact, the Mongolian wild horse, or Shrovsky's horse, was extinct in nature. They could only be found in zoos. You may notice that compared to the domestic horses that we're used to seeing, these horses have a much stockier build and shorter legs, and their names stay erect. Domestic horses have a piece of mane called the forelock, which flops over their forehead like eggs. These horses lack that feature and instead are rockin' mohawks. They're born genetically awesome. Recently, there have been successful reintroductions of Mongolian wild horses in parts of Mongolia and China, from herds in North American and Asian zoos. And here's a note on that reintroduction effort from one of our field scientists.
Jonathan Slatt, I'm the Russia and Northeast Asia coordinator for Wildlife Conservation Society. I believe that wildlife has a place in this earth, and my job is to find practical solutions that allow people and wildlife to thrive together. Young Trabowski's horse went extinct in the wild in the 1960s. 1960s. And a recent trip to Kazakhstan about the ongoing and successful efforts in that country to bring its horses back to the Central Asian steppe. The world needs happy stories. Watch the impossible become possible in the Sea Ogre story. That's what's happening today with Bronx.
The Bronx received its first herd of Mongolian wild horses all the way back in 1902. Since then, we've had over 50 baby horses called Bullhorn right here at the zoo.
The wild dog
Coming into this next meadow, we're going to be on the lookout for a very large cattle. The animal we're on the lookout for is the world's largest wild cattle called the Gower, also known as the Indian bison. As the world's largest wild cattle, they come in at over 2,000 pounds at their biggest, weighing as much as a small car. They stand up to 6 feet tall and 10 feet long.
Oh, there it is.
With their large size and impressive horns, a male Gower can fight off just about anything, even a tiger.
It right there. Yeah, that little thing. It's one of the trees.
They're still looking for our herd of Gower. There they are. They're all the way to the far back right side, behind that separating fence that divides this area into 2 sections. We'll probably get a clear view of them when we come around to the other side as well. But they're a little bit too high up on the hill. Gower highlighted on season 3 of the Zoo on Animal Planet, and here's our keeper Dave with more.
Hi, I'm Dave, a wild animal keeper here in Wild Asia. When the Bronx Zoo received 2 female and 1 male Gower from the San Diego Zoo, it took a couple of introductions before all the animals were comfortable. But after a little bit of time, the 3 new animals fully integrated into the herd, and we have the family that you see today. A family group of Gower can consist of up to 40 individuals, and is typically led by an older adult female called the matriarch. Since the 2 females and 1 male have been added to this family, there have been a number of offspring. This is important because Gower are considered to be a vulnerable species, so it's vital to maintain a healthy growing herd here at the zoo.
As we practice our scientific observation skills, you might be hearing a noise coming from a concrete jungle resident. It's easy to forget that the Bronx sits at the heart of an urban environment. But as a reminder of this fact, the noise coming from behind us right now is traffic on the Bronx River Parkway. The fence directly in front of us is used to reduce the noise in the city traffic to help keep our next animal calm and comfortable. The tiger. Tigers try to provide excellent camouflage, making them difficult to spot. Tigers are so secretive that even professional researchers can struggle to find them. As we begin looking for our tiger, I ask again that everyone please remain seated. This is not an animal's den you would want to fall into. Tigers are a solitary animal, meaning they live alone in the wild. So we're only going to find 1 tiger out in the field at a time.
She's mouthing it.
If you do find her, just remember, please do not stand up.
You can't say his name.
Number 1.
Too late. That's too hard.
Please sit down, everyone.
Look, she like playing rock, paper, scissors.
I understand that Suhan is hard to see, but you guys have to stay in your seats. If you want a better chance to see our tigers, come back another day to check out Tiger Mountain. That's your best shot. We're coming to the back of the Gower's meadow. We're going to get a clearer view of them.
You say hi or you say grandma? Or Stephanie?
And now we're coming into the north end of the Kanha meadow. That's that very first meadow we came through. We're going to find a bunch of different animals that we didn't see over there. The small 10 animals, as well as that chocolate brown one with the long spiral horns of the black-buck antelope. They're a sexually dimorphic species, meaning the males and females look different from each other. The females have a light tan color, while the males have a chocolate brown color with long spiral horns. These spotted deer below us are some of our axis deer. Most pieces of deer form the spots that fade as they mature, but the axis remains in 2 spots for their entire life. The Barasingum are these orange-brown deer. They get the name from the male's antlers, which as you can see have a wealth of they're also known as swamp deers are found in the marshlands.
Oh, they're like in a mud?
This next animal blends in with the muddy area and calls home. If you see a pig with upper tusks that are up to the top of its snout, and curved backwards towards its face, you found a pig called a Barbarossa. The fact that the tusks resemble antlers earned this pig's name. Barbarossa means pig ears in the Malay language. What might these tusks be used for? Male Barbarossas use their tusks to fight other males and display dominance in order to attract females. Barbarossas have very little hair on their body, and their skin color helps them blend in with the mud and rocks, making them difficult to spot. And while the Barbarossas can be difficult to spot, this next animal should be impossible to miss. We're going to be finding the world's largest land mammal, so no binoculars needed. This is our Asian elephant, Paddy. African and Asian elephants are an iconic animal worldwide, but unfortunately they are struggling in the wild. The first thing you may notice about Paddy is her impressive size. Asian elephants can weigh about 10,000 pounds. They have to get a lot of education to maintain their beautiful figures. For example, our elephants eat up to 200 pounds of hay each day, and drink up to 60 gallons of water.
Look, he put the grass on his back, he was backwards.
Elephant's like, I got a pool.
Make sure to pay attention to Paddy's trunk. An elephant's trunk has over 40,000 muscles in it, and it's an incredible tool. At the end of an elephant's trunk, they have a single finger-like appendage, which they can use to gently pick up blades of grass. Using the entire trunk, they can tear off tree branches with incredible force. Elephants get lots of personal attention here at the Bronx Zoo, including baths and pedicures. Well, now we're going to leave Paddy behind to be on the lookout for another large mammal. This animal has skin that appears armor-plated, a single horn on the end of its snout, and weighs around 3,500 pounds. Right in front of us is our female greater one-horned rhinoceros, Priya. She's right in front of us. If you can't see her right now, just don't worry. You will be able to see her as we come past. Please stay seated. Please sit down. Thank you. Sit down, please. Though I describe them as armor-plated, they're actually covered in a layer of skin that has many hairs. Despite appearing thick and soft, the rhino's skin is incredibly sensitive, which is why they love to sit in mud wallows. Doing so helps them protect their sensitive skin from sunburns and mud bites. We've had great success with one rhinos. Caring for this very rare animal is one thing, but breeding is a huge challenge. For any moms on board, this fact may shock you. Female rhinos are pregnant for 16 months. Can you imagine being pregnant for almost a year? A bigger rhino will stay with its mother every 2 to 3 years. So weaning mainly takes 12 to 16 months. We've had 14 bigger rhinos born right here at the Bronx Zoo. This mud wallow was the original wallow when the Monorail opened in 1977. Since then, many rhinos have spent their time stomping around in the mud to shape the whole area. And now we're going to head to a new meadow while we're on our way there, so we know another type of rhinos that we work with in the wild.
The rhinos you see here are Indian rhinos. We work with habitats all over the world that are homes to rhinos. Here is a note from our field office in Sumatra, and Ulan, who works with the Sumatran rhino. Sumatran rhinos are the smallest of the world's rhinos, and they are considered critically endangered.
My name is Ulan Hussein, and I'm the Species Conservation Specialist for WCS Indonesia program. We carried out an island-wide survey of the last wild population of Sumatran rhinoceros in Indonesia. With so many unknowns on how to manage Sumatran rhinos in the wild or captivity, our studies showed definitively that we must protect them at source. The cost of doing nothing could be the extinction of the species, and I can't imagine that.
Coming into this meadow, we're going to be spotting a few more species of deer as well as an antelope species. These large animals with the white underbellies and black and white socks on their boots are the Nokai antelope. Large chocolate ground deer are the sandbar deer. They have spotted some small deer called the hog deer. Hog deer get their name because they're short and heavy like a hog. They also move like a hog. Rather than leaping over things like in most other deer species, the hog deer prefer to leap from low and duck under them. The sandbar deer are the largest deer species in southern Asia. The males stand up to 5 feet tall at the shoulder and weigh as much as 650 pounds. Their antlers have 3 points on each paw. In the wild, male sandbar deer tend to live alone, while females live in small groups. The Nogai antelope gets their name from the male's coloration of a bluish gray. The word Nogai means blue hole in Hindi. The ones we saw in this meadow are all females with a sandy brown coat.
Very good. You see that?
Looks like that's pretty much everyone we're going to see here today. At least within this meadow. This next animal is often easy to miss. At less than 40 pounds, China's tufted deer can be difficult to spot. These deer get their name for the distinctive tufted fur at the top of their head. The males have small antlers with short button-like spikes growing on short, bony furs. They also have long upper canines, visible tusks that protrude from the mouth. These visible tusks look a lot like fangs like a vampire has, which has earned these deer the nickname of vampire deer. The tufted deer are quite small at less than 40 pounds even at their biggest, and their fur color helps them blend in with the rocks and trees. Don't feel bad if you couldn't spot any just now, because even I couldn't find them. We're now crossing back over the Bronx River. Thousands of commuters cross this waterway every day, but underneath the highways and our elevated tracks, the river still rushes along, providing a habitat for ducks, turtles, fish, and migrating birds. If you look carefully, you may even spot the outlines of fish in the water. The rocky terrain in this area is the perfect environment for the next 2 species. They're both adapted to climb rugged mountain slopes. If you look straight ahead, you can see there is a goat in the tree. Identifying these animals can be a challenge, so make sure you're looking at those horns. One of the horns in a corkscrew spiral shape. Mark a species of mountain goat in the national. And we're seeing plenty of baby marbles. We have at least 11 rambunctious kids running around the meadow right now. The male markhorn's horns grow up to 5 feet long in that corkscrew spiral shape, and they have impressive beards growing from their necks. The female's horns only reach 1 foot in length, but they still have that corkscrew spiral shape. Please sit down with your head inside the vehicle. You can see you sticking your head out there with a white shirt. You need to sit down. Even children need to sit down. Thank you.
Would you throw them to the adult?
Especially children, actually. These animals are relatives of the wild goat, and they have rubbery cores in their hooves which help them to grip the rocks, much like the soul of a boot. If you wanted to study these animals in the wild, you'd have to do some serious rock climbing.
That's why he's supposed to somebody
The markhor are excellent jumpers. While they normally graze on grass, they'll also hop in trees to reach fresh leaves. They reach 6 to 8 feet in the air without even a running start. As we round this bend, our journey is almost at an end. You've heard from some of our scientists here in the field, and practiced your own science skills while on this ride. I hope you've been inspired by what you've heard and seen today. As a reminder, the Bronx is part of the Wildlife Conservation Society, or WCS. In addition to managing 5 parks here in New York City, the Bronx Zoo, Queen Zoo, Boston Park Zoo, Central Park Zoo, and the New York Aquarium, WCS has scientists in the field in more than 300 sites in over 50 countries. Many of the animals that you saw here today are in danger, which means they're at risk of becoming extinct. But by being here today, you're helping us to protect these animals and their wild spaces. If you'd like to get more involved, you can visit us online at bronx.com. There you can join us. There you can join an education program, plan your next visit, or support the WCS directly through donations or becoming a member. Please remain seated. We're going to be stopped here for just a brief moment, and then we'll be pulling up to the platform. As a reminder for your visit today, we have an excellent web-based interactive map to use. This map has exhibit information, up-to-date status of activities, and point-to-point GPS directions. No download needed. Just go to bronx.com/today. Again, for a map during your visit, go to bronx.com/today. We're now pulling back into the platform, which means that our journey is coming to a close. Please remain seated until the train has fully stopped and the doors are open. Those in the front row will have a step up on their way out, and those in the back row will have a step down. Please watch your step as you exit the monorail car. Everyone in the first 6 cars exits to the right. Those in the last 2 cars exits to the left. Lucky car B6 heads straight out the gate. Now is the perfect opportunity to gather all of your personal belongings. Please make sure not to leave anything behind that you want to keep, especially your children. Unattended children will be sent to the San Diego Zoo.
You know they don't let their children in.
My name is Sam, and I've been your tour guide today, and on behalf of the Bronx, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here. I hope you all had a wonderful day here at the beautiful Bronx Zoo. As a reminder, at this point in time, all animal exhibits have closed for the day. Please have a safe journey back home.
Bajamos. Wow.
All right.
¿Ya venías durmiendo?
Sí.
¿Quién ya venía durmiendo? Sí.
¿Aquí vas a querer chela o afuera o tú barrir? ¿Cuál quieres barrir? ¿Qué quieres barrir?
Helado, pero dice tu mamá que está caro, ¿no?
No sé tú.
If I put the SIM card in another phone,
All right, ready? Leaving. Bye.
what's up?